Whoever I'm talking to today, I feel like your heart is kind of heavy. A lot of times during these periods of transition or transformation, people get cut out of your lives, things fall away. There's different things that are happening right now that could be confusing to a lot of you. There could be some sort of shocking realizations or shocking truths coming out at this time in regards to something maybe you had faith in, or maybe these people that you followed or looked up to. The past few years have really been teaching me to hold on to things lightly. Don't take things personal, and everything really is in fact spiritual. And I was being drawn to that verse, and it's Ephesians 6:12, and it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." And I find that fascinating because of all of these things that we're dealing with today. For some of you, you're getting your illusions destroyed. You're going to be seeing a lot of people's true colors come out. And honestly, this could make you feel isolated. It makes you literally sit in a corner and say, I don't know who I can trust anymore. I have strength and compassion here. The strength part is you choosing not to entertain this chaos anymore. You choosing to look at the situation through different eyes. This compassion here is literally knowing that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against these spirits. Things come and go. People come and go. Situations come and go. Things change constantly. Strength. I am resilient and strong. You are stronger than you know, and every challenge is an opportunity for growth. You have enough strength to conquer your darkest fears. Every step you take brings you one step closer to your goals. Keep moving forward. You are capable of achieving greatness. I also have compassion here. I feel and express compassion towards others. Compassion is the purest form of love. It doesn't expect anything in return. It is the ability to feel empathy and sympathy for the suffering of others and the willingness to take action to help alleviate their pain. When we practice compassion, we not only help others, but we also cultivate a sense of inner peace, purpose, and fulfillment in our own life. I feel like some of you are just having to be the bigger person. You're having to look at it through spiritual eyes, and you're telling yourself, it's a good thing I don't understand why people act a certain way, because I could never think that way. I have money here, and I also have my income is constantly increasing. Yeah, some of you are about to get a pay increase. I begin now today to open myself to ever increasing prosperity. Yeah, be ready for that. Open yourself to it. Align with that energy. Some of you, I feel like you just had to cut off a dead plant or a dead root. Some of you had to cut off something, cut off the source to something. For some of you, this was a physical surgery. Others of you, this is simply cleaning up your home. You're deciding to go in spaces that you don't normally go in. It's like you suddenly get this urge to start cleaning out things. You had to cut something off in order to grow. It kind of reminds me of when you have to prune plants in order to trigger their growth. If you just left them alone, yeah, they would grow, but it's like they would grow out of control. I see you shaping something, designing something, or it's like you're having to use precision. I see like a round, like a curve. Maybe for some of you, life just thrown you a curveball. This says growth and abundance mindset. All right, take a look at your daily routine. What is one thing you can do 1% better? Make a commitment to yourself that you will continually do this. All right. I am abundant in all areas of my life. Yeah, come on, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. Transition. I feel this transitional period. For a small few of you, I feel like this was a job scenario where you're having to say bye to these people you work with because maybe you're moving up and you're like, man, I'm going to miss you guys. I don't know. I get this going away party or something to where you're celebrating something. Some of you are simply getting more spiritual because you're realizing that everything is spiritual. I have the number 3 here, and that represents the completeness, divine connection, and creative energy. We are in a Mercury retrograde, which typically involves miscommunications, technology messing up, delays, setbacks, things like that, right? Frustrations, very much frustrations. A lot of the technology, look, y'all, One of these videos I did recently, the computer kept messing up. It would get me all the way to the end. I would say a bunch of really awesome stuff. And then like at the very end, I hit save and it's like, yeah, no, we didn't save any of your progress. We don't know what you said. And I'm sitting there going, great, I forget what all I just said. I just feel this frustration when it comes to some sort of delay. We don't always understand why things go down in our lives, guys. Look, I'm currently dealing with some things right now that I'm questioning a lot of things. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's heavy. It's really heavy. Some of you are just heavily impacted by the lives of other people. You care so much about other people that it literally hurts you when they're upset or when they go through things. But it's like, there's really nothing you can do but be there for this individual. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I feel a lot of self-reflection, a lot of looking at things with new eyes, with spiritual eyes, realizing that hurt people, and healed people try their best to help and heal other individuals. For some of you, this is just situations where maybe you thought it was one way and you find out later it was something completely different. And your mind wants to remember it one way, but the facts say something else. And it's very confusing, very frustrating. And y'all, look, I'm serious. When you have your illusions destroyed, it's very uncomfortable. And you want so bad to cling to what you know to be true. What you felt in your soul, that was it, right? For some of you, this was a relationship. For others of you, this is just simple facts. You're finding out something and you're like, holy crap, dude. Like, I didn't realize it was like this, okay? I just feel this, it's like a disconnect from certain situations, but it's you reconnecting with yourself. Some of you are asking, well, who am I without all of these distractions? Why did I allow myself to lose my concentration? Why did I allow myself to fall off path? Some of you are harboring this guilt, this shame, some sort of negative emotion, something, I don't know. It's like something is constantly weighing on your mind, okay? I do have right here, Creator of Happiness, okay? This really is looking at things from a different perspective. You can shape your own reality by the thoughts that you think. If you constantly go around and be the doom and gloom goblin, okay, it's like you're going to see nothing but doom and gloom. But if you go around and say, you know, there's a glimmer of hope, there's a silver lining in these clouds. And I literally saw a silver lining in clouds yesterday as I was feeling pretty low. And it reminded me that every situation has a silver lining. Every situation has a purpose, even though it hurts and it cuts deep. There's a reason for it. I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual. Therefore, it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. Yeah. This recurring theme lately, y'all, has been taking your power back from situations that were draining you. When you set up boundaries, it's going to irritate every single person that was using you. When you no longer decide that you're going to cater to certain people, and when you no longer become a doormat for other people's comfort and, you know, their feelings, that's when people really start to villainize you. And people demonize and villainize what they don't understand. And obviously, they don't understand boundaries. They don't understand what it's like to put your foot down and say no, because no is a complete sentence. No is a very valid explanation, honestly. If somebody asks you something and you simply say no, you don't have to explain yourself. Some of y'all are just simply becoming more private. When you constantly leak your energy out and you're always doom and gloom and, oh, look, this happened to me, this happened to me. Look, people don't care about that. They sitting up there laughing at you. They're like, ha, they finally got theirs. Okay, they finally doing this. I forgive those who have harmed me in the past. And I peacefully but powerfully detach from them. Oh, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. Some of y'all did have to cut off a root to a problem. Some of y'all really did have to detach from something. Some sort of reality for some of you, a belief system for others of you. Something where you were so sure of something and you later find out, it's not quite the way you thought it was. Let go of old patterns and embrace a new perspective, even if it requires a sacrifice or a period of waiting. This is a time of transition and transformation, encouraging patience and trust in the process. Some of you don't understand why this thing hurts. so bad. You don't understand it because your attachment, your human attachment to outcomes and situations and people for some of you, it's become so strong that it literally was controlling your life. And when you detach from that and you break away from that, yeah, it's traumatic at first and you feel lonely as hell. But honestly, it's in those periods of loneliness when you truly start to find yourself, you truly start to set up those boundaries and say, you know what? I love myself. I respect myself. And I recognize every single person that didn't. And I see it through a different lens now. And I can lovingly release those. I can hold on to things lightly because things come and go. Nothing is guaranteed in this life except life and death. Everything in between is literally an experience. As I move through the layers of other people's opinions and beliefs, I see within myself a magnificent being, wise and beautiful. I love what I see within me. All right, I'm gonna pull a prayer card and I'm gonna hop off here because I do have things to do today and you probably do as well. I'm actually gonna go hang out with my family, probably kill zombies with my dad. All right, so me and my dad, we like to play this game called Left 4 Dead, and it's basically an apocalyptic game where you fight zombies and you use any kind of weapon imaginable to fight zombies, including your fist. All right, a lot of times we'll be confused as to which way to go in the game. But when you see a horde of zombies coming around the corner, you know that's where you gotta go. We know we're heading in the right direction. We're headed to the safe room, okay? There's a lot of distractions on this planet to distract us from what's really important. And a lot of times we get so wrapped up into that, we forget what our purpose even is. We forget, what are we even doing here in the first place? I'm so wrapped up in this. For some of you, this was some sort of finances, some sort of money, some bets or something for some of you. All right, look, this says right here, Dear God, I walk into this week expecting divine updates, news I didn't chase, outcomes I couldn't predict, and wins that don't match the warfare I've been dealing with. Let good news knock on doors I forgot I prayed about. Let surprise blessings show up like they've been looking for me. Ooh, I love this, y'all. I really do. Some of y'all are in a waiting period right now. I do have another one, too. I'm going to read it as well. Might as well. Dear God, strip off every label they gave me that doesn't fit who you designed. I am not a remix of their opinion. I am an original. Let my moves reflect confidence, not correction. I don't need to fix how they see me. I need to walk like you actually picked me. Like this day isn't random, it's marked. Let the difference show up in how I think, how I build, and how I counter setbacks. Y'all, look, I can't make this stuff up. What I said, these zombies in our lives, they're trying to cause us to have setbacks. They're trying to push us back from what's meant for us. They're trying to push us back from the good. And we're fighting through, y'all. Every day really is a spiritual battle. Every single day. You're having to wake up and fight through the demons of your own life. And only you know what they are. But the important thing is that you keep persevering. You keep pushing forward. You keep believing. You keep going. Despite the opposition. I love you all, and I'm praying for nothing but success, healing, blessings, love, and peace and prosperity over each and every single one of you right now. I pray you have the clarity, the answers that you need in the situations that have been plaguing you, the people that are falling about your life. May God give you peace at this time. May you realize that you're a beautiful and wonderfully made human, and you're deeply loved beyond what you even can fathom. I hope to catch you on future videos.